Hello, this demonstration is a video and the slides synchronized experience. And what you see here is basically I have this talk. I'm gonna reload the page, and this you're gonna see the slides experience first, and the slides were designed by a community member, in this case myself. So you can think of experts writing down slides for existing presentations. It doesn't really matter if it's in YouTube, but right now the example here is YouTube, right? And if I click this slide, you actually get the video at that
What is it that legendary entrepreneurs do that's triangle? Most entrepreneurs or innovators, the legendary entrepreneurs do that's different, and it.
See that I'm actually navigating freely, right, through the presentation, through the slides.
See, the problem didn't exist until he said, "Hey, it's a problem that you can't get fresh vegetables."
Let's go here to an example that you can actually reconcile what he's saying with the slide content.
That's what Steve Jobs did. That's what Mark Zuckerberg did. That's what Gates did in the beginning. That's.
And you have also to understand that the whole interface here is kind of appropriate for mobile experience as well. So what I'm doing here to flip through slides, I'm just using the scroll movement. In the case of the device, is actually the scrolling with your finger, right? So you scroll, 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 you tap, you get the video at that point in time. And the other way around, the experience is actually this. It's not exactly in the same demo here, but this is the other way around the experience, which is when you have the video and you decide to just play, and of course when the playback is happening, slides are also being synchronized. And for example, if I go further, and it advances the slide as well. Right? Go further, advance the slide, I go backwards in YouTube, it returns to the other slide. So these two different experiences are kind of being integrated in the same page right now. So what you're gonna see is the two ways of working, right? Or you can go ahead and advance the timeline in the video, and that brings you to the current slide. You can go ahead and scroll down and tap the slide. The video also um, moves forward, and then the third experience is the fact that people eventually will comment on the slide, or the community itself, they can contribute to modify slides, and that's one thing. The other point here in the experience is what happens when we what this means in terms of besides the user experience, right? What this means in terms of indexing and network value, or actually two things. One is virality, and the other is network value. So in virality terms, what we have here is the opportunity that if you get community experts to do slides for the best classes in the online space, and in this case I'm using the example from venture capitalists and entrepreneurs and legendary entrepreneurs from Silicon Valley. So when you start making the content that aggregates to their content, meaning that right now in YouTube you get a few likes. Well, it's important also just to state here that these videos, those are not like videos with huge and millions of users, or it's actually you get a few thousand viewers per some of these events, right? These are filmed events. They're very important meetings. They're happening in the actual Silicon Valley and other places in the world every day. And some of these meetings, like they're usually 40 minutes. That's kind of the scenario here that I'm having, which is between 30 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes. And um, there is a lot of value inside these presentations, but it's not easy for everybody to digest that and to access that information. So the goal here is actually to lift or augment the video reality to give you the best moments, right? To allow the community to actually identify and to collaborate and to generate new content in that repurposes the best parts of existing videos, right? So in that sense, you have more than engagement with the community, but you also have the opportunity for these authors to get in touch with those collaborators. So in my case, let's go back to my example, right? I'm writing, uh, I read a book and I make a few slides for some of these authors' presentations, right? So, these guys, they have books. They want to sell books in the end of the day because through the books, they become more popular. And of course, they're going to improve their network. And in the same way, with the augmented reality in terms of fragmenting and identifying the best parts of videos, they could actually engage more people, and that's what they want. And giving them a channel and an interface like this, it allows them to establish this kind of a networking relationship with those collaborators, actually, right? So it goes beyond the video reading experience or read only experience, right? This is about a read write experience for videos, which is not common at all. And very pleasant. This is incredibly lightweight. We're talking about HTML plain slides, written markdown, simple annotations. They're attached to existing videos. It gives you this kind of a new perception for watching and learning and sharing the specific parts of videos. You can also discuss with other people as well. There are a lot of things you can do from here. The other important point from the business standpoint is either establish partnership with those um, special authors, venture capitalist firms for the case of startup videos, but I also can and explore, for example, to be able to put advertisement at the interface. Right, this is a kind of interface that the user stays for a good amount of time, right? If the presentation is good, they're gonna see the presentation for about 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes in some cases, right? That's the active view time for an ad, right? People are gonna see the ad a lot. They might actually, a number of people might actually recognize the advertiser as a sponsor for the page, maybe. There are a lot of things you can do from here, I guess.